Hi you guys, welcome to your September 2024 astrological forecast. The month starts off with, on the 1st, Uranus turning retrograde. So all of the outer planets except for Jupiter are all retrograde right now. We've got Uranus in Taurus, okay, turning retrograde on the 1st. Then we have Saturn and Neptune still in Pisces retrograde. And Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius at the end of August, and then on the 2nd it falls back into Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. Whatever, we'll be long dead before it re-enters Capricorn. It takes that long to get through each zodiac sign, right? So Pluto does move back into Capricorn on the 2nd and is there up until November 19th when it fully moves into Aquarius, okay? And I will be doing a video on Pluto in Aquarius, okay? But anyways, there's a new moon in Virgo on the 2nd. The sun is in, the sun is in Virgo up until the 22nd. And Mercury starts off in Leo in direct motion, you know, on the 1st, right? And moves forward again into Virgo on the 9th. Then, let's see here, Mars is just in Gemini for just the first few days up until the 4th. And Mars moves into Cancer for the rest of the month. Then, okay, we have a full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces, okay, on the 17th. Then on the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. Also on the 22nd, Venus moves into Scorpio. Sorry, I forgot to mention, Venus is in Libra from the 1st up until the 22nd when it moves into Scorpio. And then Mercury's moving very fast again, okay, in Virgo. It moves it back into Virgo or forward into Virgo again on the 9th and then moves into Libra on the 26th. Okay, so let me see here. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the planets. You guys, don't forget to check out my weekly forecast is now daily shorts whenever there's a major aspect. Okay, so don't forget to look for those. Like, subscribe, and share if you like my videos. I really appreciate all your interactions with me. You know what? Now for your forecast. Happy birthday, Virgo. Here's your video for September. I'm not sure if you check my community tab, but that is where I post things that, like, I want you guys to know and everything. And you know, I did post all of September videos on August 26th, except for yours, because it was mysteriously deleted from my camera. So anyways, I'm finally getting around to doing it now. I was having still a lot of tech problems up until today. But anyways, that's why all the other videos are up, have been up, except for yours. So if you ever want to know actually what's going on with my channel, check the community tab, because I'll always post something there. But I can't believe yours is like the most important video for this month because it's your birthday month. So again, happy birthday, and I apologize for not having this up sooner. But for all I know, you know, I did those videos when Mercury was retrograde, and now that it's direct, I'm doing this video, and for all I know, I might have missed something that I was supposed to tell you but just forgot. Okay, when I recorded the other one, right? Okay, so anyway, the sun is in your sign, in your first house of personality and self, okay, up until the 22nd, and you've got a new moon in Virgo on the 2nd, okay? Also, excuse me, Mercury moves back into your sign again on the 9th, okay? Last month when Mercury went retrograde, it fell back into Leo. Then it went direct, and so it's still in Leo up until the 9th, okay, and in forward motion, and then it moves into your first house again. And excuse me, up until the 26th when it moves into Libra. So it's back and forth between Leo and Virgo. And where you have Leo in your chart is your 12th house. So I always say having Mercury in the 12th house brings out the big investigator in you. It makes you want to inquire about things. Your 12th house is the house of secrets and confidences and behind the scenes activities by you or someone else and many, many other things. But it's like a house of hidden matters, okay? So when Mercury is here, sometimes you do a little bit of snooping. And maybe when it was here and it was retrograde, you weren't able to find out whatever it is you wanted to know. A lot of times, you know, with Mercury retrograde, you're just not in touch with the right person that has the information that you need, or there's some reason that you can't get at that information, whatever. Okay, but now that it is direct again in Leo in your 12th house, I would try again. If there were some inquiries that you were making that you weren't getting anywhere, I would, you know, check that out again. And in fact, at least put in a call, and then whenever Mercury enters your sign on the 9th, up until the 29th, or 26th, sorry, maybe whatever it was you were looking for will find you. You know, maybe someone will call you back with the information you needed, or something that you were checking out in some way or other. You get the information or the news that you needed, okay, when Mercury moves back into your sign on the 9th, okay? And now this new moon is your new beginning. It starts off your year. So it's like September 2nd of this year till September 2nd of next year is your like personal year. Okay, we each get one full moon and one new moon a year. So this is like your personal year starting on the 2nd. And it's a new beginning. That's what a new moon does. It brings a new beginning wherever your energy is directed. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to put time into, and you know, any kind of movement that you would like to do, anything actually, it's good to, like, if you're not able to start it on the new moon, at least kind of plan it or write it out on a piece of paper or something or other, you know, just to use the intention of a new moon, okay? I do also have to point out, though, that there is a full moon, just like there is every month, okay? And it is in your opposite sign of Pisces, in your 7th house. That's where you have the sign of Pisces. It's directly across from your 1st house of Virgo, okay? So your 7th house is your close relationships and partnerships, whether they're business, romantic, or friendship. It's also the house of arrangements and agreements. It's the house of competition and open enemies. Many other things also. And Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces right now, and they're both retrograde. So they're sitting in the 7th house. They're not a lot of fun together. These planets aren't a lot of fun together. Okay. So your relationships, you know, with people, whatever, this is regarding close relationships. So, you know, you may have, especially with these planets retrograde, your retrograde planets help you to review things that have happened, or even change your mind about something, or replay over in your mind, even like a conversation or an incident or something or other that you feel there's a reason it's sticking out in your mind. So you feel it needs a little bit more attention or more detail to find out exactly what that was, you know, or what that meant when somebody said this or that or whatever, okay? But, you know, having Neptune in Pisces for as long as it has been in your 7th house, there's a possibility that you were giving attributes to people, close relationships within your life that these people really don't possess. In fact, you were giving them more than the benefit of the doubt, okay? So, you know, you were like kind of like letting people slide in a way. their behavior, anything or other. You know, you saw the best in people, or at least tried to. And then Saturn came along, and Saturn is the voice of reason. Okay, like Saturn rules reality, whereas Neptune rules illusion. So Saturn came in and just really put a damper, in a way, on your relationships, because you started to see them for what they are. That's what Saturn does, though. It helps you to get rid of things that you don't need. Even though you feel you need it, you don't want to leave go of it. Sometimes there's a reason why you should. Okay, so there is a full moon, partial lunar eclipse, okay, on this full moon in Pisces. So an eclipse of any kind, right, solar, lunar, causes whatever, like the moon, the effects of this full moon will last a little bit longer than usual, because it's energized by the eclipse. So whatever happens around this time, this is the 19th. Yeah, it's 17th is the full moon partial lunar eclipse, okay, on the 17th. So, you know, around this new moon, you could start something. You could even start some kind of new conversation within one of your close relationships, wanting to change things, you know, put them the way you would like them to be, even if it's just one little minor change or whatever, you know, or a talk that you would like to have with someone, especially when Mercury moves back into your sign on the 9th. You know, Mercury is your ruling planet. You'll be having lots more conversations at this time. You'll be on the receiving and sending end of a lot of communications, okay? So whatever you start off with around that new moon, by the time the full moon comes along, maybe it's starting to break apart already. You know, could be a little bit of an arrangement or agreement that you've made with someone, a business partner, a romantic partner, or a friend, or whatever, you know. But just keep in mind, you know, it's not the end of the world or whatever, okay? It's just something that could be like annoying, a little bit annoying at this time, okay? Somebody could act up that gets on your nerves. But it's, like I said, it's usually like within one of your close relationships, and so it's not the first time. It's like they've probably gotten on your nerves how many times already, right? Anyways, okay, I also have to mention that on the 1st, Uranus in Taurus turns retrograde. Okay, so all of the outer planets, except for Jupiter. Jupiter's the only planet right now in Gemini that's in direct motion. All the other ones now, Uranus and Saturn and Neptune, are all retrograde. Pluto is retrograde and actually falls back into Capricorn on the 2nd. Okay, and is here up until the 19th of November, when it fully moves back into Aquarius. And, you know, I keep saying, you know, we'll be long dead, long gone before Pluto ever re-enters Capricorn again, because it takes so long to get through one zodiac sign, about 20 years or so, right? So, you know, there's no way that we'll see that again. So this is just very briefly the last hurrah of Pluto in Capricorn, from September 2nd through November 19th. And this is your 5th house. Okay, that's where you have Capricorn. It's been here for how long, so you're kind of used to it by now. I really don't think it's going to have that much of an effect on you. You know, I do want to point out, though, Mars is in Gemini up until the 4th, and then it moves into Cancer. Okay, where you have Cancer in your chart is your 11th house of friends and acquaintances. It's your most sociable house. It's where you would normally go to hang out with your friends, like a bar, a club, or something. It's socializing in person or online, any group or organization that you belong to. And also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. Okay, so Mars is a very physically active and a little bit aggressive planet. It is the me, me, me planet. It helps you to look out for yourself. In like socializing though, you know, you may take the lead possibly, like within a group or organization. Maybe you'll have some kind of status there where you are in charge of something or other. I'll get to all of that in a minute though, okay? But I just want to say though, your 11th house is directly across from your 5th house of Capricorn, with Mars and Pluto directly across from each other. You know, Pluto's in 29 degrees pretty much the whole time, so it's like in such late degrees. It really won't affect too many people. I doubt very much if it'll affect you, but at one point Mars will be at 29 degrees directly across from this Pluto. I'm sure I'll have the date on that in my daily shorts aspects. So, you know, there could be a time where you have some kind of little bit of a confrontation with a friend or a love interest, or a child could possibly act up at this time. You know, I really don't see anything like that being like too you know, strong in anybody's chart actually, except for maybe a Cancer or a Capricorn person. But I just had to mention that though, okay? With Mars being in your 11th house, it does make you a real go-getter, okay? And going after, you know, wanting to make up for lost time possibly, having a good time, going out, seeing your friends, meeting new people, okay? Now, with Jupiter is in Gemini in your 10th house, okay? Your 10th house of your career and your public persona. It is your most public house, but it's how you're known by reputation professionally and personally, okay? So when Jupiter is here, you usually have a promotion of some kind within your career, okay? Or if you're retired or you don't work at all, it's within your social status. Something like that, okay? So, you know, you have a whole year yet for Jupiter to be here. It doesn't happen like overnight. It could, you know, you just never know. But having Jupiter in your 10th house makes you very visible and popular, okay? So you'll have to listen to my video on Jupiter and Gemini, okay? But with the fact that Mars is moving into Cancer after just being in Gemini, okay, Mars moving into Cancer means that, you know, you may even be courted in a way to join some kind of group or head an organization of some kind. So maybe that's a little bit of the promotion if you're interested. You know, you might not even be interested, or somebody could even offer you, it's like some kind of dream job, you know, but you know, it's up to you whatever you do, you know. But I'm just saying these are like the possibilities, especially when, like with the sun in your first house and Mercury and this new moon and everything, you are the center of attention, but you're also the center of attention because you have Jupiter in your 10th house right now. So it just really enhances it. The sun actually enhances this even more in your first house, okay? So, you know, expect to be like, even like kind of like courted in some way or other, to even to just like go out with people, you know, meet someone. Maybe someone wants you to meet someone, okay, wants to introduce you to someone that they think that would be good for you, or you for them, or you for each other, whatever. Could be professional, could be personal. Anyway, so back to like Uranus turning retrograde on the 1st, okay? It's in your 9th house of long distance travel and communication, foreign countries, people, languages, higher learning, legal matters. It's the house of adventure. Okay, all this means is possibly like this area in your life has just slowed down a little bit, or if there was some kind of trip that you wanted to take, maybe you weren't able to, I don't know, get it together for whatever reason, but with Uranus retrograde, a lot of times it does screw up your traveling, you know, if it's in a travel house like it is here in your 9th house. But sometimes a trip that, or even a class possibly that you were going to take, or some sort of adventure you were going to do, was put on the back burner. And sometimes when a planet turns retrograde, the opportunity swings around again for you to do that very thing. So there's a possibility that one of the things that I just mentioned may come up at this time, okay, for you to travel or take a class, learn something, or again, some sort of adventure, be part of an adventure of some kind. Okay, so the sun does move into Libra on the 22nd. Venus is actually in Libra from the 1st up until the 22nd when it moves into Scorpio. And then Mercury moves into Libra on the 26th. And where you have Libra in your chart is your 2nd house of earned income and possessions. Okay? This is also your house of your feelings of self-worth and your values, your personal values, and also your valuables, like your investments, things like that. But having Venus here, like since the end of August, is really a great placement to attract things like money. This is your like main money house, okay? This is money from earning a living, okay, or retirement or pension or something or other. So Venus has been here like since the end of August up until the 22nd, right? So it is attracting Venus-related things even, which are money, but also like the luxury items. You could be on the receiving end of some really nice gifts, you know, birthday gifts. It doesn't have to be around your birthday, could be later, could have already been earlier. You know, there could have been a little bit, possibly, of a little bit of a surprise being planned for you when it comes to your birthday. Maybe, you know, taking you out somewhere, or just for drinks, lunch, you know. But it could be a little bit of a party of some kind, you know, you could be surprised. But yeah, your money should really, the fact that, again, Jupiter in your 10th house of your career, with Mars here just at the beginning of the month, but it was there for how long already, so you've been doing something in regards to your career, okay, your career or your personal status, like your clout or something, okay? So now that all these planets are in your 2nd house in Libra, you are like negotiating like a fee or your wages or something regarding money, and your career or social status is bringing in more money at this time. So you have an increase in income in some way or other. It's either through your work, whatever it is you do for livelihood, or again, if you're retired or you don't work at all, it has something to do with your personal or public status. Like how your reputation is, I don't know, in some way or other you're just able to bring in more money, okay? So, let me see here. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign. And the moon is in Virgo on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 29th, and 30th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Pisces, and those dates are the 16th and 17th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for money is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 18th, and 19th. The best time for your career is the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for September. Be sure to check out my weekly forecast, which is now daily shorts. And have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Goodbye.